Hi guys, today we're going to continue with our Word module 3.5. I hope you understood the concept of paragraph markers and tab stops and bullets up until now. Today we're going to look at the page header and the soft enter. And I will, as you can see, I've got my textbook as well as Word open. And I'm going to zoom into the textbook. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I promise this is going to be a really quick video. And then I would like you to do activity 8, 9, as well as start with the practical module activity, so that we then tomorrow can start with our next chapter. All right, so let me zoom in here like that. Okay, so the page header is part of the document. So if I go over, the top part, which is grayed out, is our page header. And we can access this in a few different ways. The first one is to click on Insert and then select either header or footer. So if I click on there, and I can select the header, I've got my header here and I can start typing in there. I can close it by clicking on the button that says close header and footer. I can also right click over here and say edit header, or I can double click in this section and I can access my header. Okay, but we will get to this one just now again. So those are the three different ways in which we can access the header. Why do we use headers? So companies would, for example, put their logos in the header, the name of the person who compiled the document, the date, the file name. And that, depending on the settings of the heading, will be repeated on every single page. Obviously, the page footer would contain page numbers, or also again information about the form or the document that you are working on. So I've already showed you those are the three different ways in which we can include the header. And this, when you work with many documents, especially a form or so, we would like to include the name, the path in the header or the footer of where the form can be found. So if you want to access it electronically, you will know where to find it on your computer. So how do we do this? We double click on the top or bottom margin to display the header and footer. So I'm going to zoom out so that both is available. You will have your textbook with you anyway, so you can read it. So let's follow this instruction. So we double click on our header. Then we click on, in the insert, we're going to click on quick parts. Now, because this is made smaller, it's hidden in the text group over here. So I can click on quick parts and then I will select field over there. So I'm doing this now. Then the field dialog box comes up and I can select the file name. So I'm going to scroll down over here and click on file name. Under field names, to add the path, so I was a bit too quick. This is called document 1 because I haven't saved it as anything. Let's quickly save this just randomly on this PC I'm going to browse quickly and save it on the desktop, and I'm going to call it page header. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to include another field, and I'm going to go to file name over there, and then if I would like to add the path, I can just select this add path to file name. under the options, and I press OK. And over here you can see I've got the path as well as the file name, which is now page header and not document 1 anymore. So for now, what I would like you to do is activity 8. You can pause the video to do activity 8 first, and then unpause it and do the soft enter, but I will continue with soft enter, and then you can do activity 9, and then, as I said, the practical module activity. I will actually at this stage move over to my document and explain this to you without the help of the textbook. So I just want to show you a difference. So if you write text, and I'm literally going to insert some random text over here now, 5,5. You can see that a paragraph with a spacing, you can clearly see where a paragraph ends and where it starts again, because the space between them is bigger. So over here, the second paragraph, I can't click between. The space is controlled with paragraph spacing. However, if I want to write a poem, I am a poet, new line, and I don't even know it. Okay, so here's my poem. Technically, this should be one paragraph. I mustn't have a space in between there. So how do I do that instead of pressing enter? So I could, for example, click on here and then go to my home tab and change the spacing. That's one way, but Word actually gives me another option, and that is instead of a hard enter by pressing enter as a new paragraph, it actually allows me to enter a soft enter. And it looks like this. So if the paragraph or the symbols is shown, you can see this little symbol of an enter in there. And that's a soft enter, and we do that by holding shift and pressing enter at the same time. And in that way, if I remove these now, it actually looks like it's one paragraph as it should, and not several paragraphs. So that's the soft enter, and we use that for recipes or any text that's actually one paragraph but has shorter lines that doesn't wrap on like big paragraphs at the end of the margin. All right, guys, hope this helped. And as I said, I want you to do activity 8, 9, and start with the practical module activity and continue to do that as homework as well. Thank you very much.